Welcome back to another preview here in the channel. And Ravens Bengals Sunday Night Football at the bank. So a little bit late again. I'm gonna need to try and get these earlier because it's been, I've been a bit late at times. So I would like to just, I need to have more time. I need more time in my hands, and hopefully I do have more time in my hands. But besides the point here, week 5, both teams are 2-2. Bengals coming off a win, Ravens coming off a loss. So again, both games. Well, not both games, but this game, at least for now, for the Ravens, it's going to be a long one before a big stretch where we're playing a bunch of shitty teams. And we're not going to know where this team is really at because we're going to be playing a bunch of shitty teams. After that, we're going to have the Giants and, the Browns. We have the Giants after the Bengals. And after that, we're going to have another AFC North matchup. And that's going to be against the Browns. And that's it's not a primetime game. But yeah, what I'm saying here, this is the last good team the Ravens are actually going to be facing in a while, in a solid minute. But we're still going to have the Buccaneers after the Browns, but then the Saints so far have been looking a bit iffy at moments. Panthers have been looking pretty atrocious. Jags, they've been looking good, but we don't know where they're going to be at the time. Broncos, again, we don't know how they're going to be looking by December. So, yeah, man. We're going to have a little stretch we can take advantage of, but we have this game first. So let's just get right into it. Comparisons. All right, so comparing these teams real quick here. So, passing, again, yards-wise, we're 21st, but we've, again, have a very efficient passing game. Bengals, in terms of yards, they're really in that, again, 8th. But, their offense still has been struggling way more than the Ravens. Because, again, they struggle against the Steelers, 5 turnovers, struggle against the Cowboys especially. And, you had the Jets by 2 possession and, the Dolphins where you would be losing if Tua is playing. So, yards are really misleading as it's showing you here because the Ravens offense has been more efficient than the Bengals offense. And the Bengals offense hasn't had as hard of a schedule as the Ravens so far. But scoring, we're 3rd. Doing really good. All right. Defensively, very complicated. The Bengals defense has been more efficient again. This is the opposite from offense. Ravens offense has been more efficient, but Bengals defense has been more efficient than the Ravens defense. So, again, as you're seeing here, their pass defense in terms of yards is pretty mid. Us, we've been giving up a lot of yards. Way too much. And again, run D, fine, but their run D has been really good in terms of yards. I don't think they've been facing a lot of running teams either. So, yeah. Points, we're allowing a good amount of points, and they haven't really been. But, again, the competition, the offenses the Bengals have been facing haven't been, all good. Like they haven't faced a starter yet, a starting caliber quarterback yet. Like they faced Mitch Trubisky. Okay, he's not. He got benched. He got benched. And okay. Uh, Cooper Rush. He's coming in for Dak Prescott because he's injured. Joe Flacco. Zach Wilson's injured. And then you have, you body slammed the Tua. All right. And, you're stuck with Teddy, who's not starting caliber either. Even though he's been kind of dotting you guys up. He still was dotting you guys up. So again, like the Ravens defense, honestly, against way better competition, has been making a lot of plays as well. So one thing we could take advantage of, we've been forcing a lot of turnovers, but giving up a lot of yards. The Bengals have had trouble taking care of the football. So what we're gonna do, it's really much an advantage here. Burrow has been very turnover prone this year. The Ravens have been very prone to forcing turnovers. So that's a big advantage for us. It's going to be a big day for our guys in the secondary. All right, here. Keys to beating the Bengals on offense. Utilizing Mark Andrews is going to be really, really important here. Because, again, you saw in the second half, the Bills have been able to contain Mark Andrews. They've been able to shut him down. But why? Because they have a guy like Trey Edmonds and Matt Milano, guys who could cover these guys, who could cover guys like Mark Andrews. So the Bills had the offense, had the personnel. The Bengals do not. So I'm expecting a big game for Mark Andrews, and honestly, I do not think they're going to be able to slow him down. I don't think they're going to be able to slow him down. Last year, with our practice squad team, Mark Andrews still went off against their fully healthy defense. Again, they do not have a lot of injuries. So Mark Andrews, I think, is going to go off in this game. Feed Andrews. Now that Bateman is out, Bateman's not going to be playing this game. That's 100% for sure. You can say, oh, he's day-to-day or anything. I really do not care. He's not playing this game. All right? And there's really no game status for him. I haven't seen really if he's playing or not. But what I'm saying is he's not playing. He's not playing this game. That's 100% for sure. So, expect a big game from Mark Andrews. I think he's going to go off. And, yeah, man. And also, hopefully, with them putting their focus on Mark Andrews, it can open things up for other receivers. Devin Duvernay, he's been able to step up. I really hope we use James Prochet because he hasn't been playing, and I have no clue why they hate Prochet. He's had good games every time he's had chances, but it's just a lack of opportunities here. We need to see him full time. Like, come on, we need to see him play, and he's gonna need to step up, and I'm confident he actually can. I'm confident he will. So, again, Mark Andrews is going to be, again, the center of this offense. And it can really advantage us a lot. Also, the play calling, Greg Roman. You need to get your shit together for 4 straight quarters. Especially situational play calling. We need, we need you to set our players up to actually succeed in your crucial play calls. Because, again, we've seen again, in important moments, you have not been able to actually have good play calls at all. You've had horrible play calls in crucial moments your entire career, even dating back to your Niners days. You've had shitty play calls your entire career. just try and flip the script a little, because it's becoming pathetic. The Bills game, you've had a horrible play call. You said it was doomed from the start. Doomed from the start. So you're going to need to give us 4 good quarters. You're getting a bit overrated this year because you have not been good. You've been average. Why? Because you have not given us 4 straight quarters of play calling at all. What you have done, you have given us 2 or 3 good quarters, or 1 or 2 quarters at most, and that's it. And then after that, even when players are succeeding, we're seeing all these stupid issues where you have players running into each other. You have wide receiver spacing, route spacing, very, very lack of detail on them, and just way too close. Again, limited route tree. Absolutely limited route tree. It's pretty much what you get from him. Defensively, pass rush. It's your chance to step up here. The Bengals' offensive line hasn't been good this year. It has not been good. It hasn't been good. And they haven't faced most of their games. The pass rushes they've faced hasn't been too good. It hasn't been. So the pass rush. It's a good game for you guys to step up. It's the right game to do so, because again, you can't blame the secondary for a lot of issues here. You can't blame the secondary for the pass defense entirely on them, because you need a pass rush to be able to defend the pass well. Because if you get to the quarterback, he's not going to have all day to throw, and the Bengals have that wide receiver trio, that basketball team, in T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, and Jamar Chase. So at some point, they're not going to stay locked on forever. At some point, they're going to get open. So Burrow cannot have all day. Again, we have injuries at pass rush. Justin Houston is he's out, I think. I think he's listed out. Tyus Bowser hasn't even practiced yet, but he's been, he's eligible to play. But he hasn't practiced yet. He hasn't even practiced yet. But so, yeah, he's for sure out for this game, as expected. I don't know why people expected he would be here. So Odafe, we've seen Odafe pick it up last game against the Bills. He had a sack and a forced fumble. So I feel like it's coming for him. It's looking like it's coming for him. Right now, he's, again, the first 3 games invisible. Hasn't been really able to get some stats. But in the last game, he has awakened. He has awakened. But this game, going to be important. It's a bad offensive line. And you're going to need to actually get to the quarterback to help your secondary out. Talk about the secondary. Just do your job. It's a big game. Marlon Humphrey, Marcus Peters, Kyle Hamilton, Marcus Williams, Chuck Clark. It's gonna be an important game for you guys. It's gonna be your time to shine. Just tell us. Just show us why we spent all that money on a secondary. Show us why we've completely revamped it. Show us why. So, again, and also about Kyle Hamilton, expecting him. He should be on Hayden Hurst. Have him on Hayden Hurst. Have him on tight ends. He should be good covering tight ends, anyways. So, again, expecting a big game. Marcus Williams, we're gonna need a few goals out of you. A few interceptions out of you. So that's pretty much it for the keys to beating the Bengals. Oh, lastly, play 4 quarters. Simple. Don't stop. If we're scoring 50, if we're scoring 45, after a half, continue scoring. We do not care. There's no mercy rule. There's absolutely none of this bullshit. So never stop. Don't get conservative. Play like it's 0-0. Play like it's 0-0, and the game just started. Just don't go all conservative. You never know when the other team can just figure shit out and start scoring all of a sudden. So continue. Never freaking stop. So score prediction after Ravens bouncing back. After what happened last game, I cannot see us losing this game. 34-20, 2 possessions. Big game from Lamar. Big game from Mark Andrews. I honestly think Devin Duvernay gets a touchdown as well. And I say we get a pick 6 as well. A pick 6, Andrews touchdown, and Duvernay touchdown at least. And honestly, with the run game starting to roll again, J.K. Dobbins, I'm expecting a good game from him. A very decent game from J.K. Dobbins. Defense, I think we'll get 2 sacks on Joe Burrow. They try a late comeback here, but it's not going to be enough. So Ravens taking it, going into MetLife again with a record of 3-2. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Click that button. Comment down below your thoughts, boys, and tell me, you guys, how you're feeling about the game. Hope you guys enjoy. See you guys in the next one. And Sunday Night Football, and that's a season. It's very important. Show him that you guys are frauds. Show him that the Bengals are frauds. Show the world that the Bengals are frauds, and that their last season was a complete fluke. Show him that.